most important item on my list was to preserve the English language and to share this love for word, for writing, and storytelling with my students. But more importantly, at the helm of all of my considerations as a teacher, I always wanted my students to improve. Thus, I became an exceptional evaluator. I evaluated everything. I evaluated my students. I evaluated the standards. I evaluated my classroom. Constantly, I was in pursuit of improvement. Oftentimes, telling the truth, despite what might be a consequential feeling for the person, for my students. I was a strict rule follower. I wanted all my students to behave in the best way possible, including being the best at writing and reading. I took this on as an important role in my career, and I felt very proud of the fact that I held my students to the highest of standards. I would encourage my students through very, very special tactics, which I used to believe were effective. The problem was that in my pursuit of standards, I used to encourage my students to always meet deadlines, regardless of any circumstance. Because for me, the goal was show me that you can. My administrators, they loved me. They knew I held a very tight ship. They knew I was a strict teacher. They knew that I always held the standards and I held my students accountable. One day, I had a wonderful student. She was a timid child, and she reminded me of one of those people who would just work as hard as you asked her. And she was eager, tenacious, and well applied. One day, I came into my classroom exceptionally happy that I knew she would be the first to submit a major assignment in my class. When I walked into my classroom, I felt extreme disappointment.